Okay, the wind might mess this up a little bit. I don't have one of those fancy microphones because I don't e-beg. That's because I don't care enough to buy one. But that is the topic of this video. This is about e-begging and a few of my thoughts on the subject. Now, I've actually done this same video or one quite similar to it probably, I don't know, 10, 15 times in the last couple weeks. But always at the last minute, I decide to delete it because I get too angry, and that's not what my channel's about. It's not about ranting. There's already a Jimmy on YouTube that rants. But this subject has got the whole RVing, van-dwelling community polarized, and it's repeatedly pissed me off over and over and over, so I finally got to have my say, and here we go. Now, what finally actually set me off today and spurred me to do this video was I stumbled across a video, actually a bunch of videos, one in particular, by someone that calls themselves the Daily Rant. Now, apparently this coward thinks he's tough shit, but he's afraid to show his face on the computer. I don't know if it's just because he's ugly, or he's fat, or I don't know. There's got to be some reason, but the guy's such an idiot that he's trying to pretend he's a serious person when he's obviously a troll, and the photo that he uses is the universal symbol for a troll. A geeky looking troll sitting behind a computer. Go to the Troll Valhalla website. That is the definition of a troll. Trolls use photos exactly like that to designate themselves as trolls, because that's all you are. Your entire channel is built off of naming other people, something which I've avoided doing until today, because I just can't make this video without naming the people who need to get named. Now, in particular, I'm talking about the trolls that are out after Nomadic fanatic. But a lot of the same trolling has been spread to other parts of the van-dwelling community. There's a lot of people now who consider themselves part of the van-dwelling community who don't even own motorhomes or vans. They're doing these multiple-hour hangouts from inside their house, giving their opinions, talking about what they're gonna do. You know, and then there's other guys like Happily Houseless. He's actually doing it. Then you got guys like Drory, who seemed like a nice guy until he said some bullshit about somebody's dog the day after he died. Wayne hasn't even been on YouTube since then, as far as I can tell. That's some fucked up shit. I did a whole video on that, but I deleted it because, for the most part, Drory always seemed like a nice guy up until then. But it's still true that he's not in a van. That's not a van-dwelling channel. That's just another one of these multiple people who are sitting in their houses pretending to be van dwellers or RVers, talking shit and allowing the e-begging thing to get spread around our community and give everyone a bad name. For starters, there's absolutely nothing wrong with e-begging. After the whole deal with Drory, Wayne was looking for someone to talk to, so he let Nomad Patriot come on his hangout. And all Nomad Patriot did was troll and badmouth Eric from Nomadic Fanatic, because that's all he does. The guy was so desperate to find something bad to say about Eric that he actually criticized his choice of food. He had a problem with the fact that he got chicken nuggets. That's fucking pathetic, and that is desperate. How hard up to find something bad to say about somebody can you possibly be to criticize that they got chicken nuggets for dinner? Like they ordered a fucking monkey brain a la carte or something. I mean, come on, it's not that fucking... Well, if somebody invited me to dinner and then sat across from me the entire time, just staring at me looking for something to bitch about, I'd probably get up and walk out too. I'm sure he said thank you. I would, because it's the polite thing to do. But I wouldn't want to sit there and just give you more, you know, that's anybody who's been out to dinner with somebody weird knows the uncomfortable feeling of somebody sitting across from you judging you. I don't know exactly what it is with these people, but it's either some sort of insanity that I can't quite fathom. And I'm a little crazy myself. I can recognize crazy. Like gay people have gaydar, I have cradar. I can see a crazy person from a mile away, and usually I understand exactly what they're talking about. I understand what's wrong with them. I've just got that gift. I've got the I'm the cray whisperer, I guess. If you really knew my life story, you'd know that that's a little too true. But whatever type of crazy it is that's in these people that hate us for living in our vans and our RVs and traveling the country and enjoying this country, enjoying the world that's put here for us to enjoy. The type of people that get angry about that, I can't fathom that type of crazy. It makes no sense to me, unless there's one possibility, and that's jealousy. And that's probably what it all boils down to. You're afraid to go out and do this. You're tied down to your family. You've got a miserable, crappy job that you hate, and you're too scared to go try to find another, better, more enjoyable job. Whatever the situation is, or you're just scared, period, to even try to live in a vehicle. Whatever the situation is, you're jealous because we're out here living life, seeing the world, and enjoying ourselves. And some of us are even making a darn good dollar doing it. Some of these people running YouTube channels, they're not only putting more hours in on their videos than you probably do at your job. Some of these guys are making more money than you probably do at your job, even without a donate button. What do they say? That Doo-Doo Pie guy, or whatever the hell his name is, makes $7 million a year or something like that? I bet that really gets your goat, doesn't it? So yeah, just keep on naming people. I'm not famous enough to name. You can go ahead and do a reply video to me, but you probably won't, because it's not going to get you any more subscribers. And that's your whole little game, is to talk trash on people with subscribers, just so that when they look up their name, it'll get directed to you, and they can watch your little bullshit rant. What was the thing the rant guy said today? When talking about Justin's quote where, if it doesn't affect you, it's none of your business. Of course, if it doesn't affect you, it's none of your business. You try to reply and say, well, what about the rainforest? Well, the rainforest does affect us all, okay? Somebody donating money does not affect you in any way, shape, or form. The rainforest affects everybody who lives on this earth. But somebody giving Eric or me or anybody, I don't have a donate button, but somebody giving someone with a donate button money has no effect on you. No effect whatsoever. So you can keep trying to make up bullshit and dance around it and say that, oh, he's taking money from little old ladies. You know what? These fucking little old ladies, they didn't get to be little old ladies with money from being idiots. If they've got money to donate, I'd say the majority, probably 99% of the people who donate to these channels can't afford to do it, and they do it because they want to. Now, me personally, I haven't donated, but just because I know it pisses you guys off so much, the next time I get a little extra money, I'm probably going to send, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks, something like that. Maybe I'll buy them something that they can use for their channel. You guys have no idea what it costs to buy equipment to do some of this shit. The trolls can say whatever they want about van dwellers being lazy and being e-beggars and all that, but I watched a video, a hangout a couple weeks ago by Chris and G, and you all know they work their asses off. And even in that hangout, they're getting trolls, people pretending to be nomadic, fanatic, and people, it's all kinds of crap. I don't even want to repeat it. So the fact that the two of the hardest working people in this community are getting the same trolls just goes to show you that these trolls should have absolutely no credibility. Everything they say is bullshit. They grasp at straws. Half the stuff they say they make up. They were saying that I can't think of an example, but okay, like for instance, Eric's van. Nobody knows exactly what happened to it, but within hours of him selling it, there were people saying that he had sold it to some old couple and purposely ripped him off and told them that the thing ran great and all of this. Well, nobody's been able to prove that either way, but you guys sure cling to it as if it's God's truth. I don't understand how pathetic your life is that you have to go and troll somebody like this, especially when you've been doing it for long enough that you should be able to see that the effect of your trolling has only gained these people more subscribers. You're getting them good notoriety. It's just like in the real world, famous people on TV. Bad publicity is good publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. The more you badmouth these people, the more interesting they seem to the rest of the world. So, I guess in that regards, keep up the good work. But here's why you're a hypocrite with your whole e-begging bullshit, YouTube is not a job bullshit thing. Let's say one of these guys quit filming, quit doing YouTube, sold their van, moved into a house, and now he goes and gets a 9-to-5 job. So you're happy. He's got a 9-to-5 job. Well, guess what? That 9-to-5 job could very well be him telemarketing, calling your house during dinner at 6 in the afternoon, right as you sit down to eat, to try to sell you some bullshit ticket book, or to try to get you to donate to some fucking charity. Or he could be a creditor. You know, who needs creditors calling you? You don't want that shit. Send us a letter. We'll pay our bills when we're ready. You know? Or even worse, maybe he could go to work for one of these charities that are putting commercials on TV every 10 minutes, showing pictures of sick children and sick puppies and dying homeless people and guilt tripping little old ladies and even people like you into donating money. And then these companies turn around and 90% of what they take in goes to pay their employees' salaries and to pay for more TV commercials, while a meager 10% is actually used to help the sick and the dying, or the sick and the homeless pets. But you consider that a real job, because they're going in every day, marching in, whistling while they work, checking in that time clock, and calling you up and corporate begging. Your entire premise is invalid. So do whatever you want, even if it makes you look even more stupid. Don't let me tell you what to do, but you can listen and hear what I'm saying, because apparently nobody's told you yet that everything you're doing is only helping the people you're trying to hurt. That is like the worst trolling I've ever heard of. The whole idea of trolling is to hurt people. But when you're actually helping them out, like I said, I'm going to probably donate money next time I come into money. Hell, I don't even have a donate button. I've never done a GoFundMe or anything like that. But the more and more I think about it, I'm thinking maybe I should put me one of them donate buttons up there on my YouTube channel. And make it quite clear to everyone that I'm going to go out and buy some sort of super expensive booze. This is California. I'll go buy me some top shelf medical marijuana. Head on down to the supermarket and buy the most expensive steaks I can. And if I have any money left, I'll go find the bum on the corner. Tell him, hey, what do you want, man? Let's go buy it. And I'll hook that guy up, because he really does nothing in this life. He sleeps under a bridge. But he'll be drinking good that day if I raise maybe $200-300. And of course, I'll put a video of it on the internet, just because I know it's going to piss you off. And if we're lucky, maybe you'll stroke out or have a heart attack, and nobody will have to listen to your stupid bullshit anymore. Have a good day. Now, when you Google the word internet troll, this image, or some similar, are usually the first images to come up. And if you were to just replace this computer with a microphone, it sure would seem a lot like the photo used by the Daily Bowel Movement page. I'm sorry, the Daily Rant page. Or the Daily Troll page, I guess we should call it. I'm not really surprised. I don't think anybody else is. The guy obviously wants us to know he's a troll. I mean, I'm fat and I'm missing half of my teeth, but I'm not afraid to show who I am on the internet. So of course, you know, somebody who's going to hide behind a cartoon, got to put a lot of credibility in that joker, right? So, one thing I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about if people quit and went to work for one of these other legitimized begging situations that you would consider a real job, is with YouTube, nobody's making you watch their channel. Nobody's making you click the subscribe button. Unlike the people who are calling your house and trying to push crap on you, or even door-to-door salesmen. But you consider all those people as having real jobs because of some twisted programming that's been placed in your mind. I don't get it. I never will. But I know one thing. I'll be enjoying my life while you're doing this.